Christmas. Is it recording?
Is it recording?
Is it recording?
Is it recording? Mic check, mic check. Welcome back to Fantastic Fantastic. We are the co-hosts, Ian
and Joey.
Yeah, anyways, so we don't have our set anymore. We dismantled it because fuck that set.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I'm really happy.
I'm very happy that I get my room back. But now we're kind of just doing our podcast wherever. Mm-hmm. And including probably like this is probably where we're going to be starting to do it more.
Yeah.
It feels nice that I get my room back. But enough about me. Let's talk about Christmas. Today's Christmas time.
Oh yeah, today is actually Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you have any feelings about Christmas in particular?
Honestly, I feel like I'm like one of those Gen Zs where I'm like, oh man, Christmas isn't feeling like Christmas anymore.
Honestly, I think so too. I think a big part of that is like when you get older, you are obligated sounds like a bad word, but it is that word we were thinking of a lot. Yeah. But I feel like you become obligated to give gifts to people that you haven't met in a long time, you know? Like, not that I don't like them. I mean, I just haven't met them. I don't see them regularly.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of like what we were talking about yesterday, where for sure, like it's not fun to give gifts to people who you only see during the Christmas time and New Year's time. But damn, your mic is like ass. You hear that?
My mic is ass.
Do you hear the static though?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of like the vibe. I think it also doesn't feel very Christmassy because I think I was just too busy to like think about Christmas as a holiday.
Yeah. I've noticed that this particular year, usually Ian and I, early December or like right after Thanksgiving, we'll go on a call and like we'll organize the gifts Ian wants to give. Yeah. But I think we got really busy that we didn't end up doing that.
Yeah, it was very last minute, and I'm like, I fucking hate gift giving as like a love language. It's like my worst one because it's so much anxiety, and maybe it's like the perfectionist in me where I'm like, I have to give you a good gift, otherwise you're not gonna love me. Like it's a lot of pressure because I feel like I have to give the perfect gift every time, and it's just not that fun. Mm-hmm. So what I usually do is I buy candles from my friend's candle business, and then I just give it to all my friends. That's what I did this year, but I feel like a lot of the candles I used, I ended up giving it away to a lot of the families that we go to for like a Christmas party. And I don't know, it was okay.
Yeah, I think that was more like an unexpected, we're seeing a bunch of families that we see almost every year, but we haven't seen this whole year. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm like old enough to give gifts. Yes, this is true.
Yeah, I think this year for sure, I was like, oh man, like I usually don't care. Mm-hmm. And I know our brother doesn't give a fuck about that. But it's also like, I feel like now I'm an adult. I'm like, I'm making money. Mm-hmm. I should, like, these people have been giving me like $15 to $25 Starbucks gift cards ever since I was a wee boy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? And like the fact that I can't give them like another 25 back. It's like fucking Grinch energy type shit. You know? Like that's what I feel. I'm like fucking Scrooge energy though. You know, where I was like, we were here in this particular room and we were like putting up the candles and Jerry was helping me like pack it. And I was like, fuck this, bro. Like I was like, fuck this. Like, I hate this. I hate Christmas. But I love him. no, I love him for sure. I love him. I love all those people. But yeah, I think those are my initial thoughts on Christmas.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that next year we're definitely gonna bake something and just like package it. Yeah. Or me, you, and our other brother probably.
Or just me and you.
Oh, okay. Either way, but we're definitely just gonna make cookies and call it a day.
Yeah,
because I can't handle that.
/ maybe like a little care package. You know, like the gift doesn't need to be expensive because again, it's not like you go to these parties, or at least the Filipino ones, and you only see like 4 families. No, you're seeing like 13. Like you know what I mean? Like you're seeing 13 families, and then you also have to add in their children that you've known since childhood. And it's like you have to think, do you want to give them a gift?
And then you also have to think about like what families are particularly close with our parents. Yeah. And then like which children are our parents' godchildren.
Yeah, I don't think about the godchildren. I might, maybe when I'm 30. Shout out. But yeah, I think we'll do maybe like a cup, like a mug, get some fucking hot chocolate, and then make cookies.
Yeah.
You know, I think you could definitely you can replace the monetary value with the thought that you put into it, which is like make or baking something.
Yeah, and at that point, I feel like cooking with you will be a fun experience instead of us being like,
fucking not even
God.
stressed. It was just like, it's like I felt like I only had like 20 candles or 30 candles or something, and in my head I was like, who's more important? Who do I chop off? Who do I give to? You know what I'm saying?
Who's
like,
chopped? Who's on the cutting
like
board?
who is their priority? Who says happy birthday to me? You know, who gives me the money?
Who says happy birthday?
You know, Joy's just hiding her toes. Cause that shit ain't for free, bruh. That shit ain't for free.
I mean, like, here are my toes.
Whoa,
I don't really know if
wait.
anyone cares.
Whoa.
It's not anything crazy. That's just like if you saw my fingers, you know?
That's true. But I think a lot of people are into feet.
Okay.
No
okay, are
feet.
you outing yourself or something?
Gulp.
Like, are
No,
you
I'm not
are
into
you
feet.
part of the
Am I in the feet gang? Feet gang. No.
Okay.
That's not a thing, guys. That's never gonna be a fucking thing. Fuck out of here. That's just never gonna be a thing. No feet gang. No feet gang. Big toe gang. No, that's also not a thing. That's not a thing.
Oh. I remember this reminds me of how one time Ian was talking about how he's like, I don't really like when people have like ugly hands.
Yeah, that's true. What the fuck? That's everyone.
Okay.
You know, like, okay, not to be mean, but you know, like those people that have like toe hands.
Oh no.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like people, I think I have nice fingers, nice hands, and some people just don't have that. Like they're it looks like a fucking toe. Like it looks like a toe hand, and it's like everyone's got their pros, everyone's got their cons. You know what I mean? But this just so happened to some people just have ugly hands. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, I was reading or I was listening to Wedding People, which is
that like
wedding?
a podcast?
No, it's a book that I just started.
Okay.
And
Like,
one of
is it like Normal People?
No.
Oh, not.
Or it's not by
Sally Rooney.
Rooney.
Got
That was good. Nice. But they were saying how like usually attractive people have like one thing that makes them ugly, and I was thinking like maybe there's really attractive celebrities that have like
fucking ugly. Sydney Sweeney, ugly fingers. I don't know. I'm not close with Sydney like that. Like I'm not.
I haven't seen her in many things.
Yeah, she got canceled for the fucking jeans ad because she was being like racist, right?
No, she's still in everything. I just haven't like actually watched things she's in. She was in like a, what is it? Like a wrestling movie? It was like a female,
yeah,
like,
but that shit flopped, didn't it? Yeah. But you know what didn't flop? Eternity. Let's talk about it.
Oh my god, yes.
Wait,
yes.
Wasn't this supposed to be the Christmas episode? But I was so down to talk about Eternity. There's so many things that we could probably talk about.
But let's talk about Eternity, bro. You brought
No, I know, but I'm saying like what part of Eternity is worth bringing up. Like we could talk about like, hey, what type of eternity do you want to live in, buddy?
I guess I don't want to talk about. I mean, we could talk about that one, but I think you'll be here. We'll be here with like me sitting and thinking a lot.
Fucking library eternity? Is that cool?
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway, what do you want to talk about?
I don't think it was. I think the ending was just perfect.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like loved how the story played out. I think the pacing sometimes I felt was a little too slow, or things were like kind of unexplained. Like spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Just making sure, because I feel like sometimes the first spoiler alert, people don't get it.
In some of the fucking videos, we're like spoiler alert, and then we just say the biggest fucking spoiler.
No, literally most of the time it's like, wait, do you remember when he fucking died? Oh, spoiler alert! Like, no.
Oh shit! Yeah, spoiler alert. At this point, if you're still listening, you've what's the word?
Now he just likes making that noise.
What's the word? ASMR. The word is like you're opting in for a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
All right. At this point, if your eternity is gonna be ruined for you,
Yeah.
fucking let me just actually give you a rundown if you don't give a fuck. All right. So the rundown of this movie is it starts off with two old people driving.
Oh, we're doing like a play by play, like frame by frame.
Frame by frame. They're driving. We're so fucking good.
No, they don't crash.
They don't crash. They don't crash. They're old though. They're old. And you're kind of like in my head, I thought they were gonna die, and then use them as an example of like, okay, by the way, like this is the concept, right? But no, these are our main characters. And so they get to the thing and the old lady is like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to tell the kids. Spoiler alert again. The fucking lady, terminal cancer.
Yeah.
She's literally gonna die.
Widowy
gonna die. So they go inside the house, and then the first thing that happens is they
it's like actually frame by frame,
so
bro.
the thing that happens is they show an old picture of the first husband of the wife, and they're like, oh my god, he's so handsome. He died during the war. All right.
Yes.
And the guy, like the husband, he's like eating on a pretzel, chomping on that, you know what I'm saying? And then he dies.
He starts choking and then he dies.
He fucking starts choking, and then he wakes up on a train. Choo choo. And then he and then he like ends up at this place, which is like the in-between between life and eternity. And he has to choose where he wants to spend his eternity. But he knows that his wife is going to die, so she might be joining soon. So he decides that he's like contemplating on where to go. He ends up deciding the beach eternity, which is like full of beaches. And as he's about to go inside the train, he sees his love of his life going up the escalator to go to like where you decide. And then he stops. And then we're there.
Yeah, and then that's where the movie plays out. But
yes. The guy, the main character, or the husband, his name is Larry.
Yes.
The girl's name is Joanne. Joan.
Yeah. And that like Larry and Joan are like having a moment, but then Luke, which is the first husband who died from
who's a
the
fucking
war.
snack.
Yeah, Callum
That's important.
Turner.
That's important. That's important right
that
there.
That is definitely important.
Because it's also kind of like at some point in the fucking thing, you're like looks versus personality. Do you know what I mean? That's probably number one.
No, and then it's also like like pretzel eating goblin or Callum Turner.
Yeah. The guy who would die at a war, or the fucking guy that eats the pretzels and chokes on it, bro. Like, who are you gonna choose? That's who. You know what I mean?
I think another thing that I really liked is that Larry, when they're like old in the beginning of the movie, he kind of like nags and is also like a little grumpy.
Yeah.
But like you could tell that like Joan really likes him and they like match each other's energy well.
Yeah.
But then when Luke, the guy who died from the war, who had been waiting for her for 67 years, he like seems more polished and calm.
He seems
cool,
more polished.
collected.
Yeah. And also like the way that Joan reacts to Luke, who the guy that died at the war, the Korean War. Let's just specify because they made a point in the movie. It's not the important ones. It's just a Korean War. Is that like
that's what they said in the movie?
That's what they said in the movie. Joey's trying to make sure that I don't get canceled for all the people who love the Korean War or something. I don't think we needed that. I don't think we needed that ad lib detail, but I know what you're going for.
Okay,
I'm protect my ass. Thank you so much, Joey. I appreciate you so fucking.
What the fuck is your problem?
I appreciate you so fucking much,
bro.
So anyway.
Okay, wait, hold on. I hadn't seen Ian in like 2 weeks in person, and then when I saw him,
this is how he treats me.
No, and then when I saw him, I was like, "Bro, I missed you." And then the more I said it, I was like, "Bro, I missed you." And then the tears started just streaming down my eyes.
Start crying.
I was like, "Give me a." I missed
you too, bro. Yeah, we're fucking. We're such a good duo. Brothers and sisters. Okay.
Okay, Luke.
Wait, fuck. Okay. So yeah. So the difference between I think that their like relationship with each other, their individual relationship with Joan, is that like Larry is kind of like the old type of love. where it's like you could tell that they're used to each other. They're like, fucking Larry, here he goes again. You know, where like when Larry first stormed into Joan's hotel, like her reaction was like, all right, Larry, fuck, all right, you know, like kind of like, you know. But with Luke, it's like she was like having like, she was like getting worked up.
Like, is it enthralled?
Enthralled? It was like hot flashes.
Okay.
Is that what it is? But like that's kind of like the difference, you know. Like Luke is very polished, super sexy. Larry is kind of like a dork, but like in a way that's kind of endearing, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
Larry.
Yeah, I also think a difference between the relationship is with Luke. It was like the first 2 years, and usually like there's not that many problems.
Yeah.
And they didn't have children.
Yeah.
They were still really young, so you kind of get excited and you like get thrown into that memory of like young love. But I think with Larry, since you grow into that love, and like you've also experienced so much hardship, and then that makes your love stronger.
I think what's interesting is that like the whole time it felt like I was always gonna choose Larry.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
If you were Joan.
Where I was like, there isn't like the case for Luke isn't that easy because all he is like sexy. But he like died tragically. Ugh.
Oh, I don't even think it's that. Okay, I guess that could be a point.
You know?
I wasn't even thinking of that. I was just thinking like, whoa, the idea of someone waiting. I think people do like the idea. Some people like the idea of waiting. I personally don't like that. Like, it kind of freaks me out because I'm like, you got nothing to do. Couldn't choose like your happiness. Like,
no. But Luke did fuck other women during the time.
Yeah,
right. Like that did happen. I don't really see the appeal of waiting because I don't really see what's the appeal? What's the argument for waiting?
It just seems romantic that someone would put their life on pause so they could
be with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that they acknowledge that you're the only person for them.
Like you're so important that they'll put things on hold just so they could see you again.
For 67 years, brother. Anyways,
I'm sorry. Okay. I will say the movie was funny.
The movie was really funny.
Yeah.
It was like a really good setting to like make jokes because it was like they had so many different like eternities. Like there was like queer world, there was like capitalistic world, there was
like Paris world.
Yeah, petty. You're not gonna riff that one, all right?
Wait.
Yeah, it was okay. I don't know. I feel like it was so clear. So, okay, to tell you what the fuck happened else, like, she chooses eventually herself.
Yes.
She chooses neither of them, right? After, like, her whole decision. And then Larry, as he was talking to Luke, was like, hey, I gotta go. And he, like, runs to the train trying to stop Joan from going to Paris world. And once you go to an eternity, you're locked in forever. That's why the stakes were so high. Eternity. Yeah, exactly. You can't move. You can't get out. So he like talks to Joan and was like, hey, you should do it. Hey, go out there.
Choose him.
And I think his rationale was that like he had a life with her. And so it was like an act of selflessness of like, hey, if you're deciding between me and him and you feel like you can't choose him because you'll hurt me, you should just choose him because that's what you deserve. And oh, there was a fucking banger line. He goes, I'm happy when you're happy, but it only works if you're happy. And I was like, fuck.
Oh
and especially, guys, I was like sitting in the movie theaters crying my ass off. But what's funny is that like as I was like in the very front seat because I couldn't find a better seat. So I was literally fucking, for the people watching the video, I was like literally reclined and like looking the whole time. And I went by myself. I was watching a movie by myself. And I remember just like fucking with my sweater. I was just like, it's so fucking good. I'm just like, holy shit. But it was really good. I cried so many times during that fucking movie. There were so many bangers. So then eventually Joan goes to Mountain World with Luke. And
I thought it was Switzerland.
Yeah, but I think it was called Mountain World. I don't know if it was called Switzerland World.
Okay.
But it was like in the mountains where you can like ski, enjoy the forests, shit like that. And then I think, I don't know, they don't really mention how much time has passed, but time has passed. And they're like, as time is going on, she's realizing that she's made a grave mistake.
Yeah, like that he's much more outdoorsy. She's not really vibing with that. He's having the time of his life while she's like, Then she keeps going into this tunnel that each eternity has. And
it's like an archive tunnel.
Yeah, and you go through your memories. And she keeps seeing Larry. And she's like, every single night.
Yeah, she's basically like reliving her whole life. And I think if we think about this too, like conceptually, right? She is grabbing on to 100 or 80 years of life for an eternity. Do you know what I'm saying? So like she's really missing out on this idea of like of the world that she could live, because eternity is like a long time.
Yeah.
But forever, she's like holding on to like these specific years of her life because that's when she was the most happiest. So it was showcasing that she couldn't move on. And eventually what happens is that she says, fuck it, let me just go back.
Yeah. And with some sympathy or empathy from Luke, he's like, I've noticed that you've been like sneaking out, but I'll help you. And then he helps her, and turns out Larry like became a bartender and was just working there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was like expecting her to come back, but I guess he also, maybe part of him was like, I don't know if any eternity would be good. Yeah.
I think that was it. I don't know if he was waiting, but he ends up just seeing her and being like, she's like, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. And then the movie kind of ends with him saying, when do we leave? He's like, I don't give a fuck where we go, so long as I'm with you. I'm like, and just like fucking cried again.
With your neck cramps.
My neck cramps. But yeah, it was good. It was a good movie. I don't know if there's much discussion besides that, where it's like my main takeaway is that like the love that you build over a long period of time is worthwhile. Versus like the idea of someone where it's like the whole thing with Luke was that like, oh, we didn't get a chance to spend time together, but what could have been, you know what I mean? So that's like, I guess that's like the main thing.
And also that over time you just grow and become a different person when you're with a particular, I don't know, like you just grow over time with a person.
Yeah.
And I think Luke was definitely holding on into this one idea of her.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like over time, it's like really about the relationship that you're building together. And at the end of the day, Joan never built that relationship with Luke. So it was clear by the end of it, but it took her some time to like make the decision. Because again, he's fine. He's fine shit. So, it would have been a hard decision for me too, but I wouldn't make the wrong decision like she did. I probably would have made the right decision.
Oh yeah. And that reminds me, one thing that is imperfect about him was that like, obviously Joan really likes her children, her grandchildren, and she would bring them up.
That was fucking toxic.
She brought them up. She was like, oh man, I remember this one memory, and like she was going through happy memories when she was alive, and he was like, I cannot hear you listen about your grandchildren and like this life you built with Larry. I'm like, oh.
It's like, wait, that's kind of her whole fucking life. What are you guys gonna talk about? Media? In eternity? How is that even possible?
And he doesn't know what media. He died so early.
He died so early during the war. Anyway, back to Christmas. What was your favorite gift?
My favorite gift was probably maybe the headband our brother got us, their matching headbands, or the fountain pen that I got from you that's like pink. I'm like so excited to use it.
Sweet. Yeah. I think the headbands were really cute. I think I'm seeing a pattern that our brother does a really good job with Christmas, because I feel like he got me multiple gifts last year too. Yeah. Even if they're like one big gift that I really wanted and then smaller gifts, I'm like, dude, you fucking love Christmas. Like, I think this is like your vibe. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I also think I talked to him about this in the car. He's definitely the type of person who likes being thoughtful and like, oh, I heard this happened. I'm gonna give you this gift.
Yeah.
Like, he isn't like, between Ian and I, we're definitely the type of like, just tell me,
just give me the link.
Tell me what you want, exactly what model.
Don't even tell me, just give me the link, bro.
Yes. Like between us, our messages was just like, hey, so what size do you want? Okay, is this link good? Like, can you send me the link? I'm gonna order right now. Okay. Like there's no element of surprise, but I appreciate that older brother definitely surprises us. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, I thought you'd like this colorway for this very practical thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
I do like that
That's
color.
really sweet of him.
Yeah.
He's won Christmas.
Christmas
My favorite gift, thank you for asking, Joey, is I got... Actually, all of the gifts I got were really great. Thank you so much. That is our podcast.
What the hell? Wait, now he look whack as fuck, but oh well.
No, but yeah, I really liked all my gifts. I can't really think of one in particular. I really liked... I got a deck of cards that were about like being an idiot. I got like a new stand for my laptop. I got like a knit kit to like sew patches on like clothes and repair them. I got so many things.
Well, it's like everything was just on your wish list.
It was. I packed that shit to the brim, to the brim. Yeah. I guess that's our episode. Do we need to keep going further? No, we're only 28 minutes in. We can keep talking.
Yeah, we can. Okay, what eternity would you choose?
Oh shit, that's a
Because it seemed like you had a... You asked the question.
No.
Oh.
Whenever I ask a question, I never have an answer. You know, something that you guys should know about me is that like when I ask a thoughtful question, it's not because I have an answer that I want to give. You know what I mean? You know how like some people are like that, where like they're only they're only asking the question because they have an answer that they want to share.
Wait, so what do you want for Christmas? Because you know what I want?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's not the energy I give.
Okay.
That's not the energy I have. Maybe it's the one I give because Joey assumed I had one, but I don't have one. But if I had to think about it, as I'm trying to stall with my words, it would be video game eternity.
Really?
I think so.
Okay, but what does video game eternity entail?
Like,
are you in a PC bang?
No,
PC
I think I'd be like at home, but I'm able to play with people online.
I see.
Right? Because I think if you think about eternity, it's like, how long is that? Maybe 4, maybe
Ever?
Forever. That's a good one. I was just really thinking about 4. Okay, let's like rule it out. Let's really think about it. Okay, you're at Paris World. Okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be in Paris. You're gonna eat a lot of good food, meet a lot of petty.
I think the thing with Paris World is that you're only eating the main cuisines there.
Right. But let's say if you're just at your home, you have access to a grocery store. I'm assuming, right? You can make anything you want at home. Okay, and it's like a video game world. Everyone's playing video games at home, right? So now what? You can play League of Legends. You can play Call of Duty. You could play like those cozy games. You could be in any other world that you want to be in because you're in a video game world.
I see.
Versus beach world. Yeah, okay, maybe I don't have access to beach. Maybe I don't have access to slopes. Right? But I'm assuming too that this is eternity, so that the technology is as advanced as possible. And there's VR. And what if there's a snowboard game? What if there's a beach game? Right? And for sure, you're not gonna get the full extent of like the physical feelings of like a beach, but then you could take a walk around your house, around your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know? But the whole idea with video game world, right, is that everyone is playing a video game too.
Okay, so then that like everyone has that.
What the hell? Did I just come up with the best in eternity world? Tell me something better. I dare you.
I think I'd like crafting world. I assume everyone would be crafting. But I did like... Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying though? Like actually...
Well, I'm
eternity.
No, I know, but I'm not into video games, so I wouldn't benefit from like if you're saying it's the best world ever, like do you mean that by everyone's gonna choose that one and everyone should?
No. As in like it's the one that can play the longest. Like it's the one that's like, if you put it into an eternity, it's the one that will last the longest. Will you ever run out of video games? No.
Okay.
But will you run out of crafts?
But I like crafting. I guess you don't. It's not like you're one craft and then you're done, you know?
No, I know you're making crafts forever.
Yeah.
But you'll never see slopes.
Ooh, actually, then maybe it'll just be simple living world. Simple living eternity.
Simple living world, guys.
Yeah, like
what a wholesome answer.
Because like the more you were talking about it, I'm like, well, I do like cooking. I do like taking care of a home. You know, like I think there's some like maybe it's like Sims energy, but there's some delight to just building your own house and like
Sims energy, huh?
Yeah.
Like the video game.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
For the video game world.
But I think I would rather experience instead of.
But the thing is, like, I would be able to do that too.
You would, and I'm happy for you.
Thanks so much. But the thing is, like, other people would be playing video games with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But like, imagine you want to play pickleball. Like, I kind of want to play pickleball in real life instead of a video game version of pickleball.
Oh, I
even
see.
if it's like VR.
Oh, I see. So I won't be able to play pickleball on my world? I guess not, because it needs some parameters. Okay. The fuck? All right.
Okay, wait.
Okay. That's a boring ass segment. Fucking. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. I guess.
Sometimes just the conversations just don't go nowhere. Sometimes it just.
What else is there about Christmas?
That's it.
Oh, I am curious. Like, do you celebrate on Christmas Eve? You watching? Do you celebrate on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or both? Because our family does Christmas Eve and then.
It's a very Filipino thing to like stay up on Christmas Eve until Christmas hits. It's like so that way we can like do a countdown. Literally, everyone there at our family friend's place. They were circling around in the living room around the television because there was a countdown, and then we all started singing as if we were in church.
Yeah.
Such an experience. And then we stayed up. Well, I stayed up until like 5:22 a.m. just because like we came back to our place, opened presents with our family, and then just stayed up because I was up. Yeah.
I think one thing I do like is how every time there's an Eve and we all stay up at our family friend's house, the first thing we do is hug. You have to go around the house and hug every single person and say like, Merry Christmas, love you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's.
I really do like that. I think another thing that I wanted to talk about, that I was thinking about, and I didn't know if we were going to talk about it in this podcast, but this idea that like adults, do they know? No, hold up. As I was watching the adults kind of like hug each other and enjoy themselves, I was thinking and reflecting back on how old we are. Where it's like, whoa, they're like in their 50s, so like they're double our age, so they've had double the amount of Christmases that we've already had. And this idea of like, oh, do you think that they know the sauce of having a good and happy life?
Like the secret sauce?
Yeah, like I don't know if it needs to be a secret sauce, but it's more just like this idea of like, oh, they've had 25 more years of experience and like trial and error of understanding what makes a good Christmas. And do you think that they're doing that? Do you know what I mean?
I think that they're still figuring it out, and maybe like their taste changes over time. So there's never like maybe there's like oh, that Christmas was really nice, but I don't know if there's like a thing that you could just repeat. Like I know this sauce to have a good Christmas.
Well, yeah, I think like for me, I was like, okay, well, for sure. Even though the process of getting gifts was really tiring, I think if I had enough gifts to give to everyone there and like all the families there, I think my Christmas would have been a different energy.
Yeah.
Where like it almost felt like too, because there's a lot of families there, that I felt like I was avoiding some people.
Oh.
Because I was like, oh, I don't have a gift for you, you know? And so like, but if every person I saw, I was like, dude, hold up, stay there, I got you, then I think it would have been like now the Christmas spirit is here and it's alive, you know? Like little things like that where I'm like, okay, noted. And then maybe I'll take that on to like, I'll take that to the next year.
Yeah.
You know? But then having 25 years of that energy of like understanding what makes a good Christmas, then I'm like, damn, maybe they know. Maybe they already figured that out, you know? Because I'm like, dude, they're old. They're old people now. You know, like we had a grandpa who was sitting down on the couch probably the whole time. I'm like, what is he thinking? Is he done? Like, is he actually like, was he done? Like, is he done with this? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, why are you not standing up? Like, you're just old, or like, what's going on?
I think he's just old.
Oh, I think he's just old. No, I was just thinking that like at some point, right, when you're like in your 80s, do you just like look at everyone and think, wow, they're so young. The same way that I looked at like, what is it? Our niece, I guess. They're not really our niece. A family friend who's like their
It's mom's godchild.
Mom's godchild. Who they're like 7 and maybe 10.
10.
Yeah, 7 and 10 years old. I was like, whoa, you guys are so young.
Oh wait, actually, I think he's 12.
12, 7 and 12. I was like, well, you guys are so young. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, whoa, I remember when I was that young.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, and then I looked at the grandpa, and I was like, damn, what are you thinking about, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, are you thinking about how you've done this like 80 times already?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Are you done? Like, are you ready to clock? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course I don't want him to die, but you know what I mean? Like the idea of like these holidays, this Christmas made me reflect on my age and how it's like, whoa, like these little kids who I had so much fun playing with because like, oh my God, I fucking love children. It was just like, whoa, like you're so young. There's so much like, I don't want to say potential because that feels weird, but it's like, oh man, they're so like, let's as in like us as a community, let's not fuck it up, you know? Where I'm like, whoa, interesting. I wonder, it's, now I'm just fucking rambling, but I think I was thinking about life as I was at the Christmas party. I was thinking about how like, wow, this is like, everyone has a shot to make themselves happy. And I hope everyone here in this room is giving it their best to fucking be happy.
Nice. But I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I liked hearing you ramble.
Yeah.
But I feel like that I'm glad that you were able to reflect.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the reflection is more like, at what age do you start, like when we do the whole thing of like having a laugh and like hugging and saying like Merry Christmas, like at what point do you hold on to someone tighter and think like, oh, you might go soon, you know?
Oh shit, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that.
I think like that was a little scary.
Yeah.
And like when I was hugging people, I was like, oh my gosh, I am getting older, and like I need to appreciate like that I'm seeing everyone that like here now, especially because as we're getting older, like there's certain people in our community, in this particular family friend community, that like are moving to like upstate, or like they're moving out of state, and I'm like, oh, I'll see you much less, and I only see you like 4 times a year.
Yeah, I think for all the shit that we were talking about in terms of like, oh my God, fuck these, you know what I mean? It's like, it's still very nice that we've seen these people over decades. 2 decades. I mean, I'm fucking you know what I mean?
Fucking over you.
Yeah, we've seen them and their children over, at least for me, like 20, well, collectively 20 years, right? And it's like, oh, that's so nice to see that I knew you since you were fucking 7.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you can bring up memories that are like really old.
Yeah. Even though like the middle part is like, there's no memories. I have no memories with them anymore.
I see.
You know, but like when we were younger, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like now we're both old. Now we both have, now you have a partner and I don't, but you know, but you get the vibe. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, like we're all getting older. And I think it's nice that every year there's a reminder that's like at your face of like, there's people who will be gone. There are new people who will get older, you know, new children. There are like us who will just continue to see each other every year, and it's like, oh, okay, like life does go on, you know, even if they're not around, like and even if also like the people who are there, I know for sure like they don't give 2 shits about my life, and like that's not like an insult, it's more just like they're living their own life.
Yeah.
You know, but like you can see that like there's like, oh wow, you're living your life differently than how I'm living my life. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
You know, like the idea of like, yeah, like, are we doing our best to be happy? Are you giving your all? Am I giving it my all? And I think seeing people is like is a good way to get that reflected back to you of like, oh, you're living your life the way you're doing it, and I'm doing it my way. Let's see. Yeah.
And I think the holidays are a good reminder, or a good way to see people you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it's also really exciting when you know someone who's like said something when they were younger, and then it's like slowly starting to happen over years, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what you've been wanting.
That's also really nice. And also the other thing too is I was with my, I don't even know, my family friend's kid. I was hanging out with them because again, the whole age thing, I was like, dude, like we can't fuck this up. you know? And she was telling me how she wanted to be an artist. And she was like, I'm going to be an artist and I'm going to sell my work when I'm older. I was like, yeah, girl, you fucking will. You know, and the idea of just like, yeah, dream big, you know, like, fuck, dude. Like I feel like I wanted more of that when I was younger. More of like someone to be like, yeah, you actually will do that. You actually can do all of that, you know, where it's like, instead of someone being like, are you sure you don't want to be an accountant? You don't want to be a doctor?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like the thing that's really fun about talking with children is that no one is rude enough to like,
yeah,
I guess hit that with or project their ideas like that of like reality.
Because I know you got that too when you were like, right, you were talking about being an artist. You would get that shit all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think some people still react to me like, oh, graphic design, okay, that's safer, you know, when I tell, but I still like, part of me is still like,
oh fuck. Yeah. Like, man, imagine if we lived in a world where it was just like, people were like, yeah, you can do that so long as you put in the hard work and you like, you know, you try your best. Like you have a solid shot of doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Imagine. I think that's what makes me excited about being a father. But maybe that's for a different time. I can go on about that. I think there's just something exciting about like, yeah. And I think that's why also like parents are so protective. Imagine if you have like someone who goes to your child's school and they're like negative as fuck. If they hurt their kid, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing right now, dog?
Yeah,
you know, it's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, final thoughts. We're at the 45-minute mark, and we are strictly a 45-minute podcast.
I think we could talk more about what it is to like interact with someone much younger next time.
Yeah.
Because I have more thoughts, but this was a great episode. It was lovely talking to you.
Hey, it was lovely talking to you too.
I can't believe we've gotten to the end of the year. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. The next time we'll be seeing you is in New Year's, I think.
Really?
No, not specifically New Year's, but I think around the time. We do this every Thursday, if you don't know.
Yeah, no, I know. But will it next Thursday be the New Year is what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. My phone's somewhere else. Are we just going to... I think we're just going to post this. Do we say anything inappropriate? No, yeah?
No,
we didn't. Swag.
Nothing too personal either.
Yeah. Don't dox us. What else am I going to say?
Did you like the matching outfits?
Yeah, it was kind of... We're just in our PJs. We're not trying to take this podcast too seriously, but we still want to be consistent.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas again. And have a jolly time this December.
Yeah.
Or whenever you're listening.
Enjoy. Love you.
I love you too.
All right. Peace.
Bye.